Just Kevin Q. And I've seen the suffering. Mine, that's how you should this be. Okay, folks, it looks like the sound levels are working well. I'm hoping, I'm guessing. What I want to talk about is BetterHelp. There's something a lot of folks, and there's a number of you guys out there who've done a wonderful bang-up job on this. One of them definitely is Memology. That's Memeology. He's done a great job at this. But people keep missing something, and I get a little frustrated. So I'm taking this path. So I want to show you this. This is a company called Teledoc, and I'm hoping that you take a quick look at another window of mine just to see what's going on. I'm guessing you guys can see it. Anyway, it is called Teledoc, Teladoc.com. They give you the quality care you need with the convenience that you want. So, I've got a few windows open here, and I want to go over a few things with you. So, they have, you're a member, access board certified doctors, 24/7, 365. And then if you want to partner up with them, which I'm guessing that Katie, I just went blank on her name. What is it? Katie Morton? Yeah, I'm guessing she signed up with this. And I'm also guessing that Philip DeFranco's Rogue Rocket or Rocket Rogue, whatever it is, also did this as well. They might have actually done something different since they're, quote, an advertising agency. But I want to look at this really quick. So they have 20 million members. Pretty good number, don't you think? That means people who are paying them for their various services. Their doctors make all the difference. Now remember, they have over 20 million members. Clients, I'm guessing, is a better word. Patients. And they have 3,100 plus licensed healthcare professionals, trained physicians, dermatologists, therapists. So I want to go over this really quick because this sounds all quite impressive, but I'm sorry, the math just doesn't add up in my head. I'm wondering, how is this possible? So we're going to do this. I am going here, and I want to make sure that you can see this, so I need to go back to my screen share. Okay, now we're sharing that. Okay, so that should be fine and dandy. You should be able to see that. We're going to do 20 million, 20, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, divided by 3100 equals, oh, it's already coming up with the number. Let's just do it this way anyway. That means each one of their doctors has nearly 6,500 clients each. Just wondering, how good could the care be? I'm guessing not very. Okay, so we see this, right? Now, again, there's a reason why we're here at Teledoc. Because, look at this, dermatology, general, behavioral. Ooh, what all this behavioral health have to do with? Right? So if you just scroll down, and we're going to go to the About Our Company. Okay, so I want to make sure that, go back to my other window just to make sure that this is what you're seeing. There. No, I want you to see that. Go. I'm just double checking, making sure everything is being seen. Double checking, I need to, okay. I want to make sure I wasn't muted all this time. Okay, so you're seeing this About window now. About Our Company. We're transforming access to care around the globe. Okay. This is probably someone folks might want to look into. Jason Gorevic, however you want to say it, CEO. But here's their companies. This is Teledoc is the umbrella, as far as I can tell, for all of this, which is Teledoc.com. Advanced Medical, Best Doctors. What is this right here? BetterHelp. And Healthiest You by Teledoc. In 2002, we set out to find a better way to connect doctors and patients. Isn't that funny how they didn't say patients before, they called us members. Today, we are successfully carrying out our mission to provide a new kind of healthcare experience, one with greater convenience, outcomes, and value. They have greater outcomes than the traditional stuff. Imagine. And so, yes, this is global. Okay. So we can, just, take a little look here. We are committed to unsurpassed quality. We stand up for what's right. Do you? Really? We keep our promises. We are passionate about taking care of people. We strive to create value. We respect each other and value succeeding together. I'm guessing that's just within the business structure itself. We lead with integrity, accountability, considering the terms and conditions, saying we're not responsible for anything any of our quote counselors do. Thank you for that accountability and transparency. That's awesome. Oh, because you're the one who's responsible to make sure that these people are actually qualified. We don't have to do that either. Again, where's accountability, the integrity, and the transparency? It ain't there. This is just riddled with all kinds of problems. Okay, so we've gone through this. This is the about our company. So at least you get to see, it's not just BetterHelp, Healthiest You, Best Doctors, Advanced Medical, and Teledoc. Now I'm going to go to this page. And again, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that you can see what I'm seeing. And so I want to make sure that this is the page that you're seeing really quick. And you should be seeing this, what is considered PHI under HIPAA. HIPAA privacy rule protects most individually identifiable health information held or transmitted by a covered entity or its business associate in any form or medium, whether electronic, on paper, or oral. The privacy rule calls this information protected health information. Now, there's a reason why I wanted you to get familiar with this whole FI, protected health information. We're just going to call it FI. Okay, so I'm going to close that, and I'm going to go back here really quickly and make sure you are looking at what I want you to look at. And this is Teladoc's Notice of Privacy Practices. This notice describes how medical information about you may be used and disclosed, and how you can get access to this information. Please review it carefully. Now, we know already, because of a number of YouTubers out there did some due diligence looking at the terms of service, the terms and conditions, their BetterHelp's privacy rigmarole, right? But this seems to be the parent company. So Teladoc's commitment to your privacy. Teledoc is dedicated to maintaining the privacy of your protected health information. FI. FI is information about you that may be used to identify you, such as your name, social security number, or address, and that relates to A, your past, present, or future physical or mental health or condition. B, the provision of health care to you, or C, your past, present, or future payment for the provision of health care. In conducting its business, Teledoc will receive and create records containing your FI. Teledoc is required by law. Whose law? They're global, right? Not real transparent in whose law, but let's go forward. Teledoc is required by law to maintain the privacy of your FI and to provide you with notice of its legal duties and privacy practices with respect to your FI. Teledoc must abide by the terms of this notice, because they created it, while it's in effect. This current notice takes effect on May 22nd, 2009, and will remain in effect until Teledoc replaces it. Now remember the integrity, the accountability, and the transparency that they talked about? Get this. Teledoc reserves the right to change the terms of this notice at any time, as long as the changes are in compliance with applicable law. Again, whose applicable law? This is global. If Teledoc changes the terms of this notice, the new terms will apply to all FI that it maintains, including FI that was created or received before such changes were made. Okay, so the new terms are going to be applicable. Okay, we got that, right? If Teladoc changes this notice, it will post the new notice on its website. Possibly not here, somewhere else maybe. And will make the new notice available upon request. Okay, so it's the new terms are not going to be placed here. This is just what they're keeping here, and they're going to put it on their website. Don't say where they're going to put it. But hey, at least it's going to be made available to you upon request. But how are you going to know to request it? So it goes into the uses and disclosures of FI. And this is all standard. This is what I want you to see. Special circumstances. The following categories describe unique circumstances in which Teledoc may use or disclose your FI. Now, see, I'm a rights advocate. So when I started looking this little bit over, I was a little concerned. But let's just look up at number 3, where we just skipped. Teledoc may use and disclose your FI to the extent required by law. Again, whose law? Your global. Public health activities. Teledoc may disclose your FI to public health authorities or other governmental authorities for purposes including preventing and controlling disease, reporting child abuse or neglect, reporting domestic violence, and reporting to the Food and Drug Administration regarding the quality, safety, and effectiveness of a regulated product or activity. Meaning, ooh, pharma kind of screwed some people up. We need to, figure out what to do with this, right? Teledoc may, in certain circumstances, disclose FI to persons who have been exposed to a communicable disease or may otherwise be at risk of contracting or spreading a disease or condition. But we're still talking about mental health in this, right? Not just, I got a cough. Workers' compensation. So if you're going in for physical therapy, Teledoc may disclose your FI as authorized by and to the extent necessary to comply with workers' compensation programs and other similar programs relating to work-related illnesses or injuries. Okay? Health oversight activities. Teledoc may disclose your FI to a health oversight agency for authorized activities such as audits, investigations, inspections, licensing, and disciplinary actions relating to the healthcare system or government benefit programs. So, hey, if you're applying for them government benefits, better not be lying. Judicial and administrative proceedings. Teledoc may disclose your FI in certain circumstances as permitted by applicable law. Again, sing it with me. Whose applicable law? In response to an order from a court or administrative agency, or in response to a subpoena or discovery request. Law enforcement. Teledoc may, under certain circumstances, disclose your FI to law enforcement officials, such as for purposes of identifying or locating a suspect, fugitive, material witness, or missing person. So if you're, a gangbanger and you get shot, don't go to Teledoc to get that bullet hole fix, okay? Especially if, you're suspected of something. But if you're suspected of something, you might not even know you're suspected. Descendants. Teledoc may, under certain circumstances, disclose FI to coroners. Coroners aren't descendants. Medical examiners and funeral directors. Again, not descendants. For purposes such as identification. The descendant would be doing the identification, right? Going, yep, that's my dad. Yep, that's my honky-tonk brother who's just been hooked up on meth. So why does Teledoc need to, give this information to these other folks, not the descendants? Determining the cause of death and fulfilling duties relating to descendants. Descendants are the ones who identify, unless they're doing the fingerprint thing, but they still want somebody to come in and identify the body. Organ procurement. Teledoc may, under certain circumstances, use or disclose FI for the purposes of organ donation and transplantation. Research. Teledoc may, under certain circumstances, use or disclose FI that is necessary for research purposes. The government needs to figure something out, and so we're not going to let you know that we're given all this information, but we found out that you eat a lot of cornflakes. You're on a cornflake breakfast diet type of thing. You eat cornflakes for breakfast every other day. So, wait, government says that, there's a research purpose or something like that. We're just going to give it to them. Threat to health or safety. Teledoc may, under certain circumstances, use or disclose FI if necessary to prevent or lessen a serious and imminent threat to the health or safety of a person or the public. Don't let them know you're having suicidal thoughts. Don't let them know. Specialized government functions. Teledoc may, in certain situations, use and disclose FI of persons who are or were in the armed forces for purposes such as ensuring proper execution of a military mission. What? So your personal health information actually might be given out if you're in the armed forces to ensure you properly execute a military mission. Sounds like MK Ultra or some kind of weird government mind program, doesn't it? Or determining entitlement to benefits. Okay. Teledoc may also disclose FI to federal officials for intelligence and national security purposes. So basically, whatever the government deems, this company needs to give them information about you. They're going to find a way to do it. And there is one way that the government, at least the United States government, has been looking at to take away, to rob you of your right to self-defense, to keep you from having a gun. And it's going to be through the mental health department. That's where it's going to be. So if you have ever had a suicidal thought, I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure you would have to have a suicidal thought to decide, nope, really don't want to commit suicide. It's kind of like straight men. They had to have, at one point in time, thought about having gay sex to decide, yeah, really not for me. See how this works? See the craziness of having the government involved in your private health information. This is how they're going to take away your rights. By the way, President Trump already said it. What if there was a way we could take their guns and then give them due process? Well, this is the way, folks. And he already said he was totally for it. In fact, 2 minutes later, he asked wonderful Feinstein to put in her stuff that she's been working on for decades. to take away your gun rights into this program that he is totally backing, that takes away your guns and then gives you due process. Because, hey, due process act can take a long time. So they're going to violate your rights, knowing it takes a long time to get through due process, meaning they're willing to violate your rights for a very long time in the name of safety. But yet at the same time, you don't get to know what GMOs are in your food. I thought this was all about health and safety. You don't get to know what's really in those immunizations. But hey, it's all about health and safety, isn't it? So this is what I kind of wanted to cover, especially when I saw this special circumstances. You can go through this. I've got all the links down below. You can go look at it. But I still find it very odd that these people proclaim to have over 20 million members / clients, patients, and over 3,100 doctors, therapists, this and that, leaving every single one of them to have over 6,000, nearly what was it? Oh, nearly 6,500 clients each. Something really up with this. So I thank you for coming here. I am going to be doing another live stream, basically covering that girl. What is her name? Morton. She just put out a video defending herself and Shane Dawson. But I want to go over that because it needs to be done. All right, so let me get to my window so I can shut this down. And I want to thank all of you for watching. And hey, if you have the inclination, like, subscribe, do whatever. I'm not going to sit here and beg. Everything is in the description box below. Have a great night, guys. And I'll be back in about 30 minutes.